If you are a high-income professional, taxes are likely your largest expense. But what hurts most is not the tax rate. It's the lack of strategy. Today, I'm walking through the top 5 tax mistakes I see high-income professionals make with real examples and clear fixes so you can stop reacting to taxes and start planning around them. All right, and mistake number 1 is not doing tax planning throughout the year. Most people think tax planning happens at tax time. In reality, tax planning is a year-round activity, and the most important conversations should happen in quarter 4 of the current year, not after the year ends. Here's why this matters. Many powerful tax strategies must be completed by December 31st to count for that tax year. And if you wait until April, those opportunities are gone. So let me list some examples of deductions and strategies that must be done by year end. Your charitable contributions, if you want to claim them for that year, contributions to employer-sponsored plans like 401ks, 403bs, and 457bs through your payroll. 529 contributions, if your state offers any tax benefits, tax loss harvesting, and certain investments like oil and gas. Business expense timing for those with side income or practices. So the mistake is waiting until tax filing season to ask, what could I have done? The fix is having a proactive tax planning conversation in quarter 4. I want you to ask your accountant, what should I do before December 31st? And if you have a tax accountant now who you work with, you should ask them this question today. The next question is, what strategy should I plan for next year, 3 years, 5 years down the road? Because oftentimes we're just thinking about today. And what deadlines apply to me specifically? So it is critical that you understand the tax year versus the tax calendar. And this is where people get confused. Some strategies are tied strictly to the calendar year. Others follow the tax filing deadline. So some examples of things that can often still be done after December 31st is your traditional IRA contributions, any backdoor Roth IRA contributions, certain solo 401k contributions sometimes extend to October if you file an extension. Every account and strategy has its own deadline. That is exactly why tax planning cannot be a once-a-year event. It has to be intentional and ongoing so you do not miss windows that close permanently. Mistake number 2 is celebrating a big tax refund. Now, I was in the office and I overheard a colleague recently talking about how excited they were to get a big tax refund. I didn't say anything at the time, but what that really meant was they gave the IRS a 0% interest loan all year. That money could have been invested, saved, or used strategically. So a refund is not a bonus, people. It is your money being returned to you late. So to avoid this is what I want you to do. On your 1040 form, look at total tax. And I want you to compare that number year over year. Then look at your total federal withholdings from your W-2s. So you want to adjust your W-4 withholding intentionally. Aim for a break even so your money stays active during the year instead of sitting with the IRS. Hey, before we move to the next mistake, I just want to pause here and say, if you have learned anything from this video, please, please, please help me to become monetized on YouTube. I am almost there, and I want to continue to give you this thoughtful, hopefully entertaining, and educational content to help you along your personal finance journey. So as I'm helping you achieve your financial goals, please help me to achieve one as well. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and share it with a friend. All of these things trigger the algorithm. It tells that this content is valuable and it will send it out to more people. All right, now to the next mistake. And mistake number 3 is putting all investments in pre-tax accounts. Saving taxes now, it feels great, but many high-income professionals put everything into pre-tax accounts just to lower today's tax bill. Maxing out a traditional 401k, a traditional IRA, and any other pre-tax option available, it might feel good, but the problem is that all of that money is taxable later. The fix is tax diversification. So let me give you a few ways that you can diversify your tax strategy. One is Roth contributions. Many employers now allow for Roth contributions inside a 401k or a 403b. You may also be able to do a mega backdoor Roth if your employer allows for after-tax contributions with in-plan conversions. This allows you to move tens of thousands per year into the Roth space. And just as a reminder, a Roth means after tax and it grows tax-free. So it's not tax deferred like your pre-tax traditional accounts. All right, just wanted to clarify that if there was any confusion. You also want to think about using a Roth IRA instead of a traditional IRA when appropriate and taxable brokerage accounts for flexibility. If you want a step-by-step tutorial on how to do a backdoor Roth IRA, I have a full video walkthrough linked here. Tax flexibility gives you future options. So let's try to avoid that mistake this year. And mistake number 4 is not thinking about lifetime tax liability. Taxes are unpredictable, but what is predictable is the direction of your career, your income, and your goals. So this is where lifetime tax planning matters. If you are a resident physician in training or an attending physician, then here's an example that will resonate with you. As a resident physician, your income is often the lowest it will ever be. That usually means you are in a lower tax bracket. Is often the ideal time to contribute directly to a Roth IRA and pay taxes at a lower rate. Fast forward to being an attending making over $200,000, you may no longer qualify for a direct Roth contribution and now need to use a backdoor Roth. That money is likely being taxed at a higher rate. Many professionals defer aggressively for decades. Then required minimum distributions began. And now you have forced income, Social Security becomes taxable, and your tax bill in retirement may actually be higher than expected. If you plan to own a private practice, build a business, invest in real estate, use strategies like 100% bonus depreciation, then it may make sense to delay certain Roth conversions until years when deductions are available. The fix to this problem is just mapping out your taxes to your life vision. Think about when income will be earned, when deductions will be available, and how decisions today affect taxes decades from now. And mistake number 5 is buying things just for the deduction. Now, if you have purchased a G-Wagon, this is a classic example here. People on social media say, hey, if you buy a G-Wagon, you will get this massive deduction from your taxes. Another one is buying this expensive office equipment or technology that is rarely used, purchased only because it's a write-off. A deduction does not make something free, people. If you spend $1 to save 30 or 40 cents, you still spent more money than you got as a deduction. So you want to fix this behavior. Buy things because they add value to your life or your business. Let the tax deduction be a bonus, not the reason. If you would not buy it without the deduction, it's probably not a smart financial move. Now, taxes will be the largest expense of your lifetime, but they are also one of the most manageable with the right strategy. So avoid these 5 mistakes and you move from reacting to taxes to intentionally planning around them in alignment with your goals, your career, and your future. If this was helpful, like, subscribe, and grab my 30-day financial joy success script below. And until next time, people, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.